Let me get you up to speed with some of the more popular RPG news so far this week with a cup of coffee, of course. We'll first start things off with a little humor, I guess you could say. First starting off with massivelyop.com, and in their article it says that an infamous WoW Classic griefer sees his 16 accounts all banned during a live stream. And the person in question goes by the name of TinyViolin69, and it does go on to say that his entire reason for existing in-game is to camp world buff sites with 16 different boosted and paid for accounts in order to dispel buffs that other players have been long grinding for. And yeah, it happened during his live stream. Although he is back, I don't know if all 16 of his accounts were unbanned, but he is back, and apparently he's actually been playing the game like a real person rather than griefing and whatnot. So, and to all you Runes of Magic fans out there, you guys are going to get plagued by murder bunnies and psychedelic eggs for a spring event called the Spring Rain Festival. And to all you MMORPG fans out there, in their next article it says that Ryza Online is a two-faction MMORPG inspired by Night Online, currently in open alpha. Now, what's really interesting about this game, in my opinion, is the fact that it's actually being developed by a Turkish company by the name of Rokosoft. Now, I can't remember the last time I played a video game developed over from Turkey, much less an MMORPG, and so this has the potential to kind of shake things up a little bit, maybe. Who knows? I don't know too much about this game, but, you know, we do get a lot of games from South Korea, China, Japan, the United States, and Europe, and maybe Turkey has what it takes to kind of shake things up a little bit in the MMORPG world. Next, let's head on over to PCGamer.com for a few articles, and before we get to this article, there's another article that I wanted to quickly share from Gematsu.com, and it says here that Scavengers launches in early access for the PC on April 28th, with a later date confirmed for the console versions as well. But going back over to the PCGamer.com article, it says that 9,000 player games are right around the corner, and here's what one looks like. If you guys been playing online games and even MMORPGs for a while, you guys know that you could only have so many players in a condensed area before the graphics becomes way too choppy and just a lot of lag, very sluggish. But the author of this article, that goes by the name of James Davenport, was able to get some hands-on experience with this massive fight between two sides, primarily from Europe and the United States players, and they would just kind of duke it out, and the devs would actually add more NPCs on top of them. And yeah, this sounds really fun. I'm super interested in this technology, or whatever they're calling it right now. We got some more screenshots on what the chaos looks like, and imagine if this was a world v world or realm versus realm situation with siege weapons and castles and whatnot, and those giants that you saw earlier, and this has me really excited. That could definitely shake things up and just set the bar a little bit higher for all you just RPG fans out there that we just so much desperately crave, because there's only so many MMOs that we are getting that look alright, but nothing that really stands out in my opinion. And to those of you who play Wasteland 3, there is an update that will make the swearing parrot more sweary, apparently. This new update will be patch 1.4.0 and it will be free and will be released on June 3rd. Fallout 76's lock-in loaded update will let you have multiple camps and loadouts, which is always nice. So yeah, with this you are allowed to have two different special loadouts with its own set of stats as well as perk cards that you could switch between the two. This update will also allow you to have two different camps, but you could only load one camp at a time. And really quick, I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you so much for clicking on today's video. My name is Salam SK for Coffee and RPGs, where we cover the latest news, trends, and updates for the RPG gaming genre, including MMOs, survival, JRPGs, online, and the like. If you guys enjoy being kept up to date with some of the more popular RPG news in a rapid manner, definitely hit the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell notification icon right next to it. That would tremendously help with the channel, and let's continue with the articles. And in their next article, it says that Borderlands 3 Director's Cut includes a deleted scene that would have made it a better game, apparently. So the scene in question that's been cut is a funeral for one of the protagonists in Borderlands 2 that should have been there to give her a farewell send-off for all the fans out there, as well as making some of the most hated new characters introduced in Borderlands 3 more likable, apparently, as well. And this next article is a request from a comment from the previous video by the name of Lamid Rahman, so this is for you, buddy. And it goes on to say that Swords and Parkour Battle Royale Nakara Bladepoint draws 120,000 players in test. So some of the things that actually makes this Battle Royale different from other Battle Royales out there already in the market is that you actually actually do have heroes, very similar to the characters that you pick and choose in Apex Legends, for example. There's also leaping, climbing, stabbing, and again, parkour, as I mentioned earlier, as well as a Super Saiyan mode, apparently, where you transform into a 6-armed god. There's also a grappling hook for you to use to traverse between vertical objects, as well as third-person melee combat based around the combos and counterattacks. So yeah, very heavily melee focused rather than shooting focused this time around. Next, we'll head on over to Gematsu.com for a few articles, and it says here that Lost Souls aside looks like Final Fantasy meets Devil May Cry, and in my book, that is definitely not a bad thing. Now, it's no secret, we actually have been seeing a lot of content coming over from China, and the biggest splash of them all is arguably going to be Black Myth Wukong. And I do have the trailer playing right now, and the trailer is over 18 minutes long. It's pretty lengthy, but it's pretty awesome at the same time. Definitely see the Devil May Cry inspiration from this one, and definitely keep you guys posted as we get more information on this. I might actually even have to do a reaction video just because I think it's pretty cool. And in the next article, it says that Animal Crossing New Horizons fan theory suggests a new villager could be arriving soon, and that's because an eagle-eyed Animal Crossing New Horizons fan has noticed a new house design that doesn't seem to belong to any of its current villagers. And to those of you who are lucky enough to play the Resident Evil Village demo, well, they're extending the demo for another 7 days. And in their next article, it says that Solid Snake voice actor weighs in on Metal Gear Solid Remake rumors. And yeah, there was a podcast that was able to get an interview with David Hayter, and basically he says it's a strong possibility, but definitely take everything with a grain of salt. If it's true, and I'm hoping it is, maybe most likely it is from what I can tell, I cannot wait for this one. This is going to be really awesome. Sorry guys, I just noticed that those articles were from Games Radar. I said Gematsu, so I do apologize. Now let's go on over to Gematsu.com for a few articles. And I do have to apologize another time because I called this game like Altair or Atelier or something like that in the previous videos. Guys, I'm a security officer and I do graveyard shifts and I'm constantly tired, so I do apologize for that. But it does go on to say that Atelier Ryza 2 Lost Legends and the Secret Fairy shipments and digital sales tops 360,000 copies sold, which is always nice, because then, you know, if these games do well, then they continually get ported over to the Western shores, which I think is pretty awesome. And to potentially all the Dragon Ball Z fans out there, in their next article, it says that Dragon Quest Builders 2 coming to the Xbox One on May 4th, and yes, this is through the Xbox Game Pass for the console, cloud, as well as the PC. And in the next article, it says that Swords of Legends Online lore trailer has been released. It's a pretty cool trailer if you want to get into the backstory behind this MMORPG. And just really quick, this is not a brand new MMORPG, rather it's actually been out in China for about half a dozen years, more or less, and this is definitely going to cater more towards the fantasy MMORPG fans out there, specifically who are interested in Eastern mythology and sort of that kung fu playstyle and whatnot. And so yeah, I'll definitely be checking this game out too. I have to admit, I'm really excited about this one. And in their next article, it says that 3D side-scrolling action RPG Dungeons and Fighter Overkill announced for the PC. If you guys didn't know, Dungeon and Fighter is probably by far one of the most popular games in the world right now, but a lot of Westerners probably never even heard about this game because all its popularity comes from Asia. As far as I can tell, it has billions and billions of accounts and downloads, and yeah, even though it is a mobile platform game, I'm actually really excited that they actually are making a alternate perspective of the series for the PC. And yeah, I have it playing right now on top. I definitely recommend checking out the entire trailer, and the links to this will obviously be down in the pinned comment section below as always, but definitely check it out after you watch this video. I could definitely use the watch time if you don't mind. Next, we'll head on over to altchart.com, and again, as always, I do apologize that the title will be cut off on the right there, and as always, this is Altchart that we're talking about, and so of course we're going to cover more Genshin Impact rumors. And so yeah, as it says there in the title, another Genshin Impact leak reveals Kazuha gameplay, and apparently, again, this is by another credible source, and he will be included in the update 1.6, and 1.5 will be coming out a few days from now as a recording of this video on the 28th of April. And of course, there's always two characters, and the other one being Yoimiya as the other one. Again, this is Actually, I was gonna say take this with a grain of salt, but a lot of the rumors, if not all the rumors that I covered so far from Alter.com with regards to Genshin Impact, they have actually all turned out to be true, and so I don't think this one would be any different. And admittedly, this next one is really interesting to me because I played Star Wars: The Old Republic for years, and it goes on to say that Star Wars: The Old Republic is introducing a battle pass system after the next maintenance, which actually just happened as of recording of this video today on the 27th. And yeah, in this update 6.3, it's going to introduce a lot of content, obviously, but the main thing being the battle pass system, which they are calling Galactic Seasons, which actually lasts for 5 months. There's obviously going to be 2 different sections, one paid and one for free-to-play players. We'll have 100 levels of a reward track, just like, you know, pretty much every other battle pass system out there. And lastly, for all you open world survival zombie RPG fans out there, it says that Dying Light 2 devs talk map size, zombies, and more in their latest AMA. But apparently this AMA was very welcome because they've been radio silent for a very long time. And so some of the details include a bigger map size compared to the original Dying Light game, which is going to be twice as bigger, approximately 7 square kilometers this time around. If you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification icon right next to it, as well as the like button as well. Again, trying to grow this YouTube channel to a significant amount so I could get partnered with YouTube and make some AdSense revenue with them. If there's anything that I missed or you feel as though I should have covered, let me know down in the comment section below, which some of you have already done, which I do appreciate. Anyways, everyone, I know that was a lot of articles, so I'll finally let you guys go. Hope you guys have a pleasant night, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers again, everyone.
Consider hitting the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell notification right next to it. Thank you!